Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Captain Stonker is back, and I'm reporting for duty with something new, exciting, and interesting to show you for a change. It's basically 3.0 Star Citizen PTU release. Now, I will say from the offset that this is extremely buggy and laggy. Nothing we can do about it. It's undergoing stress testing at the moment, so if it crashes, I'll just restart it, hopefully get back to where we were, so you'll have to bear with me. This is intended to be a beginner's guide to 3.0. In this episode, I will show you all about you. The new controls for the player, purchasing, etc. So we'll just have a little walk around first of all. Now, you'll notice that when you start walking, you'll be very slow. Your walking speed, not your run speed, that's still controlled by the modifier shift. Your walking speed is controllable by scrolling the middle mouse wheel. Scroll it up and you walk faster. Now you might think, just keep it on fast. But if you look at your vitals on the bottom left, the faster you move, the more you run, your heart rate will go up. And as it is at the moment, it's very sensitive, so you probably find yourself dying quite easily from overexerting yourself. Excuse you. Now you can see there are NPCs, etc. walking around. What we're going to do is I'll show you a few basic things first of all. Everything, the majority of things are now controlled from your MobiGlas. To see that, press F1 and I'll run you through some of the features in here. You can see your balance, your heart rate, etc. Whether the air is breathable, how much oxygen you've got, which is another feature now. Let's have a look through some of these features here. This one, the first one top left, is for contracts and missions. You can scroll through, accept them. The build at the moment isn't focusing on missions, so we've got difficulty quantum traveling to the locations, and as you can see, the rewards are very, very poor because they don't want to test it at the moment. Really, they want us to be testing traversal, etc. But you still accept them and have a go. They'll show up under accepted here, so you can get more details on them. That's the contract manager. Next we've got Cryastro Vehicle Services. Now you do have to be on a pad for this to work, but it's controlled from here now. It doesn't just pop up on your screen in your face like it did previously. You can repair, restock, refuel, quite straightforward. This is, I'm not actually sure, modify shipport equipment. I'm not actually too sure. Maybe that's for configuring your ship once you docked. This is a journal where messages will pop up from time to time, especially if you're on missions. This is the star map, which I will show you more of in another video when we start using the ship. But as you can see, this is where we are at the moment. Click go to my position. If you zoom out, these are all accessible. Daymar, Yellow, etc. It's been asked many times, where's Delamar? Well, keep zooming out and you'll see it pop up here. It's a long way, but that's where Levski is, where you can summon your ground vehicles, etc. Okay, let's come on to here. I'll show you more about that later. This is the U feature. This is Equipment Manager. This is where you can change your clothing. Pants options there. Change your armor here. And in the PTU, they've got different ones available anyway. Now under miscellaneous, which is strange, this is where your weapons are as well. That's your sidearm, which is the pistol. Now you have to scroll down a bit to select your primary and your secondary. but again, there's already some in here. So obviously when it's live, you probably won't have any until you buy them. So that's the equipment manager. It's important though to remember, once you've made changes here, you must do save changes in equip, otherwise it won't apply them. This is the comlink. Now this is, you can speak to your contacts on here. You can request docking from here, although it does seem to work better in the ship, which I'll show you in the ship video. And these are hello. Okay. That there, which is two faces, which I assume was contacts, is bringing up the equipment manager for the ship. Okay, well, we'll go with that one. It's picked the Avenger for some reason. We'll go with that. Okay, so that is the MobiGlas in a nutshell. Press F1 to get to that. I think we'll go and oh, it's bugged out now. Sometimes does this when you use the MobiGlas, it makes you stick in place. Come on, let me go. There we go. Actually, if I go third person, I can show you the walking speeds from scrolling your mouse button. There's a slight jog, that's the fastest it goes, down to a very slow stroll around. We're good for immersion. Now what I'm going to do was just have a look at the purchasing system. Here's the good old armour vendor. One little touch I do like about the shops is they'll talk to you once you enter, and they'll also speak as you approach them as well, because they know you're there.
Finding everything all right?
Fine, thanks. Okay, now to use items, doors, to look at armour, everything, there's a new feature called Inner Thought, which to access you hold down your F key. It's much more intuitive than the previous alpha. As you can see, I'll just examine this armour now. And the same would apply if you were buying it, obviously. And you can actually equip individual pieces from each set of armour you've bought in the MobiGlas. I'm sorry, I must apologise for ducking down quite often. It's because I've stupidly not set my push to talk button to anything else. It's the same as crouch at the moment. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the terminals. As you can see, you've got all your ships listed here. In the PTU we've got pretty much everything anyway, but let's go with something new. The cutlass black. Here you can retrieve your ship to the pad. You can track your ship so it shows you where it is if somebody's taken it, or you can claim on the insurance to get your ship back. Now when you claim, we'll try it anyway, it says null. You click on file a claim, and then there's an expedited fee, which is supposed to make it a bit faster. Pay expedited fee, 7 minutes as opposed to an hour. So, you know, it's quite useful to do that. Oh, I've come off the screen now. Okay. Colours black, where have you gone? Of course, I've just done an insurance claim on it, even though it was there, so I have to wait 7 minutes, so we'll pick something else. Let's have a look at the lovely new... Okay, retrieve.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
C09. So off we go. Before we do, I just want a quick look at these trade terminals. Doesn't seem to be working. It was yesterday. There we go. I think it's just a silly armor getting in the way. Okay, so what you do, if you were to buy something, you'd select a location which is actually the ship. Oh, this armor. So I could put something in my Avenger. I could buy a piece of aluminium. Amount to purchase, yeah, you choose it on the slider. I'm sorry about the armor being in the way, not much I can do about that at the moment. So we would buy. Fact, let's show you this working. What did I just get in? Yeah, we'll summon it. We shall purchase 26 units into the Avenger. That's just there, the total transaction. Are you sure? Got it. Transaction succeeded. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll go and get the Avengers so I can show you.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
C8. The FPS is decreasing rapidly now. It tends to do this over time. Bear with me. Now, I'll just show you. This is the new airlock system. If it says cycle there, you do need to cycle it, but sometimes when you approach it, it will be open on this side and the door will just open. Before we go any further, it is extremely important that you have a spacesuit equipped right now, otherwise you will die. You'll notice that the sound is now muffled because obviously the sound isn't the same in space because obviously there's no air, so it's quite immersive. One thing I am upset about is they put the wrong door on my Renegade. It's got the standard Titan door on it, the Avenger door. Come on. Probably means the server's about to crash or something. There we go. And here we have my cargo, which we bought. Well, I think there's supposed to be an icon on it. Maybe they haven't implemented those yet, which tells you what's inside it. But there it is. They're a better site than that. Anyway, as I said, I'm drifting off topic. This video was supposed to be just about you, how to move around your MobiGlas, equipping, etc. So we'll leave it there, but look at this. It's stunning, isn't it, compared to even the previous version, which was nice enough. The FPS has dropped rapidly, so I'd probably get kicked off soon anyway, so I think we'll call it there until the next video. Try and look out for the next one, subscribe so you can see it. It will be about the ship flying, navigating. So until then, I will say goodbye.